Are you tired with failure? Are you tired being broke? Are you tired with deals that don't work? Are you tired being played over and over and over again? Are you tired going round in cycles in your marriage? Are you tired going round and round in cycles in your relationships? Are you tired going round and round in cycles in your career, in your finances? Do you feel you've wasted too many years? You have too many years that you cannot account for. Do you feel you have marked time far too long, dealing the same problems year in, year out, same marital problems year in, year out, same financial issues year in, year out? Do you feel there is need for real change in your life with the dawn of a new decade? You can afford to go in endless cycles anymore. You can afford to live from paycheck to paycheck anymore, with nothing to show for the many years that you've been working. You can afford to be dragged by someone who is stuck, stranded, and trapped. There comes a time you have nothing to lose. There comes a time there is nothing to fear. There comes a time you've got to stand up for who you are. There comes a time you've got to shift the balances in your favor. There comes a time you've got to draw the red line that the enemy cannot cross and promise yourself, I'll never be broke again. I will never be played again. I will never be indecisive again. I will never fear to try again. I'll boldly step into my destiny. I'll dare trust God to do projects I've never done before, to live my life to the full. And this is the time. Now is the time. 2020 is the year of new beginning. 2020 is your new season. 2020 holds a new promise for you. 2020 is your opportune moment to seize. You have never lived a better year than 2020. This is your time, your turn to win. Some opportunities come just once in a lifetime. Some connections come just once in a lifetime. And some coaches appear just once in a lifetime. Let this year be a new year. Let this year be a new year. You see, for most people, a new year is a continuation, a repeat of previous years. It is just the calendar number that changes. But no change, no real change happens in their lives. Your life does not change when the calendar year changes. Your life does not change with new year emotions, which we often call new year resolutions. Your marriage does not change because the year has changed. Your health does not change because the calendar year has changed. Your income does not increase because the calendar year has changed. Guess what? Don't carry forward what didn't work in previous years. Don't carry forward what didn't work in your previous job. Don't carry forward what didn't work in your previous business. Don't carry forward what didn't work in your previous relationships. Don't carry forward what didn't work in 2019. Something different must be done for you to step into a new beginning. You've got to step into your purpose with singleness of heart. There are no unrealistic goals, just unrealistic timelines. You see, poverty is not a problem. Poverty is a result. Success is not accidental, it's not incidental, it is intentional. Stop admiring the fruits and begin to study the roots. Stop admiring the fruits, the visible signs of success, and begin to study the root cause of success. What brings quantum changes, not peripheral, not tangential, but you need to study what brings permanent, irreversible success, permanent, irreversible change in individuals. You see, to experience a new beginning in your personal and professional life, you've got to be driven by a higher calling. You've got to stop firefighting, running from one emergency to another, and be driven by a higher calling. You've got to be still and know that God is in control. In 2020, you've got to stop chasing money. In 2020, you've got to stop chasing deals. In 2020, you've got to stop chasing girls. In 2020, you've got to stop chasing men. You see, cursed is the man who trusts in men. Jeremiah 17:5. Cursed is the man who trusts in his uncle. Cursed is the woman whose trust is in her boyfriend. Cursed is the man who trusts in the rich. Your personal plans may have failed you in your past and will continue to fail you in the future. Scripture says, many are the plans in a man's heart, but it's the God's purposes that will prevail. Proverbs 19:21. When you stop chasing the wrong things, you begin attracting the right things. You begin attracting joy and riches and honor and legacy and fulfillment. When you connect with your God-given purpose, you live a fulfilled life. You can be successful and miserable. You can even make money and be miserable. The only way to be fulfilled in this life is to connect with God's purposes for your life. Outside your purpose is pushing rocks uphill. Outside your purpose is flying against the wind. Outside your purpose is swimming against your own current. Outside your purpose is forming self-resistance. It is fighting yourself. You see, birds never enroll for flying school. Fish never enroll for swimming lessons. They just flow in their gift. As a matter of fact, fish are the last animals to discover water. They flow in their domain so much so they're not even conscious. They do it subconsciously. A shark is a very powerful animal. Terrorizes every animal in the sea. But get him out of the sea waters, and even a domestic dog will kill him. Why? He's outside his domain. He's operating outside his territorial waters. Outside your domain, you will never experience dominion. The only way for you to dominate in your field, to experience your God-ordained dominion, is to operate in your domain. This domain is what I'm calling purpose. In your purpose, you are your own kind. You are your own type. You cannot be cloned. You cannot be duplicated when you operate in your purpose. Others may look like you. They may talk like you, they may sing like you, they may dress like you, they may walk like you, they may take your notes, but they will never become you. In your purpose, you render the rest irrelevant, competition irrelevant. I don't mean the rest in a bad way. I mean you render competition irrelevant. You can only compete with the best previous version of yourself. Why? You see, outside your purpose, you trade on qualifications. And no matter how qualified you are, if people don't have those qualifications, they can get them. When you trade on qualifications, you are like any other kid in the block. People will enroll for the degree you have. People will enroll for the skill you have. And before long, you are operating in the Red Seas. You're operating in a very contaminated water space. But you see, in your purpose, you operate in your blue space. And I've talked about the blue space in my book, Blue Sky Strategy. In your purpose, you operate on a high ideal. You operate in your gifts. And these gifts can only be found in you. That's why in your purpose, you cannot be fired. Because in your purpose, you cannot be hired. You can only be deployed in your purpose. You can only be deployed in your mission field. In your purpose, you enter rest. In the sense that you stop working. What do I mean? What you do is what you love, and what you love is what you do. There's no conflict between what you love and what you do. What you love is what you do, what you do is what you love. Your work and your life are one and the same thing. You are no longer employable, you are deployable. There is divine provision in your purpose. And by the grace of God, I've consulted for governmental and several multinational corporations. I've facilitated strategic plans for commercial corporations that had a net worth of a few $1 million to literally multi-billion-dollar corporations. But I've also had the privilege of mentoring individuals in their personal and professional lives. I've worked with people, too many people, that their stories are fascinating. Time will not allow me to share too many testimonies, but allow me just to share 4 brief testimonies with you. I met Beatrice when she was struggling with her PhD studies, and she decided to join me in the Great River Nile cruise, where I was training people for 5 days on discovering and connecting their God-given purpose. When we left that cruise, Beatrice connected with her purpose in life. She cleared her PhD and she launched Nobility House, a great home for rehabilitating people struggling with drug and alcohol addiction. I met Sam in Coventry in the Midlands in the UK, and he immediately connected with what I was teaching in such a profound way that together with his wife Emily, they launched a full-fledged hospital with 4 wards in a record, mark this, watch this, in a record 1 year. And they later launched Mega Success Club, a life club for mentoring other people to succeed in life skills. And by the way, Sam uses the principles that I have shared in this book, Reposition Yourself. And you know what? I have a young man called Michael who joined my mentorship program, and he was seeking on how he can enhance his brand value and reposition himself to exploit his immense potential in the marketplace. And in slightly over a year, Michael, who has been using these principles of blue sky strategy, he disrupted himself and he was promoted to the national sales manager of a multinational corporation. Oh, I wish I could tell you about one of my mentees by the name Melanie, who was declared the Africa Woman Contractor of the Year in 2015 in a feat celebrated in Johannesburg, South Africa. And I have detailed the story of Melanie in this book. You don't need a job. This is a serious book only for people who want to get into business. This is not a book for people who are not prepared to get out there. If you're ready to get out there and launch yourself into business, here is the secret. You don't need a job. You need work, not a job. You don't need to be employed. You need to be deployed. Precious friend, I have a deep passion to help people connect with your God-given destiny. This is my life calling, to help you connect with the reason for your existence, to help you win in your marriage, to help you win in your career, to help you win in your finances, to help you win in your spiritual life, to walk with you in pursuit of your God-ordained destiny, to hold you as a life coach and a mentor, to help you reinvent your life, to reinvent yourself, to help you enhance your brand value, to help you raise your personal standards, to help you set and achieve goals. If you've been looking for a mentor and a life coach who walks the talk, who practices what he teaches in his career, in his marriage, in his parenting, in his spiritual life, I invite you to join my Global Mentorship Class 2020. You will network with professionals from every continent as I help you achieve 3 things. 1, to pursue your purpose in 2020. 2, to reinvent your life in 2020. And 3, to achieve your goals in 2020. And actually, I teach these things in a program called My Life Journey, a mentorship program that I take people for 12 good months. But I'm doing this global mentorship class because most of you may never get a chance to meet me face to face. And you need, in this time and age, we should not be limited by a classroom. We should be able to learn even if you don't meet me face to face. So I'm inviting you for a global mentorship class where you're going to network with professionals. This is an interactive online mentorship program where you'll be able to see me and ask me questions live. 50 people registered immediately we announced the class, but due to some serious requests that I have received, I have opened the window for 20 more participants. I've shared the link for registration in the comments in this video. You will get the details about this mentorship program when you click the link. Click the link and register. Let's begin the first mentorship class on 18th of January 2020. It is time you command 2020 and begin to walk in your God-given purpose in 2020 and beyond. Thank you very much, and God bless you.